Sunday, an under-20s first-grade doubleheader from, conditions-wise, a beautiful Allianz Stadium here in Sydney, the old home base of rugby league. It is the Sydney Roosters and the Warriors. Identical positions in terms of competition ladder in NYC and first grade. Nathan Feen, I think we are in for two cracking games of footy.
Yeah, really looking forward to this afternoon's football here at Allianz Stadium. The Roosters, Warriors, as we mentioned, both of them in contention and really starting to put their mark on their competitions. The origin period's over. It's time to really ramp it up as we move in towards the back end of the year.
48 hours of off-field headlines the Roosters would be hoping to forget, both in the NYC and first grade. Now, a late change for the Warriors in warm-up. Paul Ulberg is out. Heavily strapped knee going into the warm-up and just couldn't get through. And Junior Ponga in jersey number 18 comes in on the right wing for young Paul.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, all good.
7th versus 5th.
Okay, we're good to go. Stand
Both sides have been on the slide and heading south on the competition ladder as we continue on with round 19 of the Holden Cup. The importance of this game cannot be understated. Roosters with the first possession. Skelton, as he has done for the majority of the year, very powerful in his carries. And Skelton, along with Fa'amasili up against Tuli, should be very physical, brutal, and often in the middle of the park. Lussick at dummy half, comes out to the open side. Ball ends up in the hands of Jack Hetherington. It went through Zach Nichols. Nichols probably won't be as busy this afternoon with the inclusion of Connor Watson. Ruben Porter on this right side. To Nichols and downfield. Well directed, well weighted kick. It goes to Waki. Thomas is tackled just a couple of metres out from his line, and in the world of NYC, that's probably about as good an opening set as you would expect.
Yeah, great opening set there from the Roosters. And Zach Nichols, you mentioned his combination with Connor Watson this afternoon, but he still took control there, didn't he, on that last tackle play? Threaded the ball down the right-hand touchline and found grass, which is what you want from your kickers at this stage of the game.
Tuli to carry there. This is Jazz Tavanga. Tackled right on halfway. This is the final play now for the Warriors. Out of dummy half, they come to the near side. Punch it downfield. Charlie Taylor, the most experienced of the Roosters. His 52nd game. Looking for his 100th point this afternoon. 24 tries in his career. Hell of a strike rate. The Roosters happy to play some expansive footy here. Went through the hands of Johnny Tuivasa-Sheck out to the 3 and Joseph Manu. This is Momorowski. Has 6 on his back, but playing in the centres for the Tricolours this afternoon. Just into the Warriors' end of the park, and this is once again Skelton. Tackle of 3, including a 4. Big bad news, Bunty. Back-to-back efforts. Watson. Nice with his kick. Off the Warriors. You can hear from our referee, John Stone. Laurie McDonald out there assisting him. So the tackle count restarts here for the home side. Started extremely slowly in general against the Panthers last week. Came back with a heap of tries, 4 of them in fact in the last 12 minutes to bridge the gap. Nichols to Porter. Great defence there from the Warriors. That's committed, and also really good technique as Lussick looks to sneak through. Found a hole, but then found Bunty. Playing out to Connor Watson. Space here. The kick's a good one. It's points. And very well done on the wing. Junior Ponga only found out that he was playing literally 10 minutes ago. No reason for nerves because they haven't had the opportunity to settle in his stomach as yet, and he didn't look nervous one bit there.
No, he just got it done there, just hit it over, took no chances, hit over the dead ball line. The Warriors defending quite well at the moment. Gives them an opportunity here to just buy a bit of time, absorb a bit of pressure. But I really like Connor Watson, his early touches, and in particular his kicks, they've been spot on.
I think you'll also calm down young Zachary Nichols in the 7 jersey. Skelton did all the good work and then had a brain snap at the end of it and thought a pass to Latrell Mitchell was on. It wasn't.
Yeah, just released the pressure valve there on the Warriors. They built that nicely, the Roosters. Just got the arm free. There's probably an opportunity to throw it, but I think Latrell probably just had his eyes on the next play, perhaps, and it went to ground. The Warriors survived.
At this age, players off the field still very much in the maturing process, learning about themselves. They're also on the field, maturing and learning about themselves. Often the players are in and out of the game, much to the coach's heartache, but that's one thing Latrell Mitchell, the coaches and those around the Roosters are desperate to see of him. Not just a higher involvement, but a higher involvement at the appropriate times.
I think you're spot on there, Andy. I think it could even be said there to Skelton, who did get his arm free. You know, it was a set piece. They could have been working to something they've been training at all week, but they decided to go with the offload as Mitchell takes the ball in goal and they get a 20-metre restart.
Wasn't a lot between a good kick and a not so good kick there from Brad Abbey, and I will go on the record as saying I am a Brad Abbey fan. I think he's wonderful. Roosters out of their backfield. Playing to this near hand side. Numbers in defence. Skelton maybe just a little rattled from that earlier drop. Concentration not where it needed to be. And this is a gift for the away side.
Yeah, great opportunity here for the Warriors. Skelton there just had a look up at the last moment. The Warriors' defensive line so far to open this game has been committed. They've had numbers in tackle, making the Roosters really work hard out of their own end there.
If I had Paul Tully standing in front of me, in fact, anywhere near me, I would have a look up too.
They're not getting any smaller, that's for sure.
No. Sadly, neither am I. But for all the wrong reasons. Across the field, just want to centre their attack here. The Warriors, as always, looking for something out the back. Some second phase footy to Vunga. This is a four. Bunty muscling his way towards the 10-metre line. Etherington and Skelton there couldn't get him off his base. This is Onioni to the back row, the expense of Love Henry. A fairly good service out of dummy half. Goes to a 4. Bunty will play it on the last to Lafairley. Brad Abbey. Good kick. Is there a knock on there from the Warriors? Maybe it doesn't matter. Mitchell back on the inside. Ball is alive. And we are coming back.
Warriors in goal.
Yes.
Here. No advantage. We'll come out to the 20 for a 0 tackle.
Now, this is always questionable, and I'm not having a crack at the refs. I'm not having a crack at the rules either. But have the Roosters taken their advantage? He's got up to 20 metres away. Have they taken their advantage? So is it effectively play on? Or is there no advantage to the Roosters and we come back to the set start as we have here?
Look, I think in that instance, they've definitely taken advantage, the Roosters. If Mitchell goes to ground there, the Warriors' defensive line is skittled. They're scrambling. As we see the first penalty of the afternoon goes through to the Roosters, but it is a contentious one, isn't it?
Yeah,
a bit unlucky there.
one.
A bit unlucky there for the Warriors. It's a great kick too by Abbey. Give his side an opportunity to get through and score some points. worst case scenario, they could have got the repeat set. Yeah, they were very unlucky there too.
They've played 15 times. The Roosters have won 6, the Warriors 8. There's been a draw. Their last meeting was round 14 this year at Mount Smart Stadium, where the Roosters won 38 points to 22. A low-scoring affair early on, and then it really opened up. Good short ball and good power running here from Vincent Lulawa. Pushed off too, literally. Skelton moves in to dummy half. Wide ball, and that was always on. Who's quick enough? Momorowski fancies the challenge. So too Nichols. And to the ground the Warriors go. Back up again. And Brad Abbey called all the way back. And that really ruins the momentum the Warriors may have had. And now there's an injured player in Zach Nichols.
Swap, Sonny.
Well, the chances really gone begging there. I thought Abbey, as soon as he took that ball, I thought it was shut the gate. There it was. He was up and in the defensive line and just plucked it out of the air, didn't he? We've seen that so many times. Once he gets into open space, it's shut the gate.
I think he may have copped one south of the border, Zach Nichols.
Just play safety, mate.
Yeah, mate.
And the magic sponge doesn't help that. Just checking.
First tackle. Wait for it.
Oh, he's copped a left boot from his teammate, I think you'll find. The Warriors on the attack. 4. Back to Lafayette. Aaron Clark. Tavanga. Just missing that explosive power, that want, if you will. Going from dummy half, and a good try, an easy try to Casey Lafayette.
All good.
Very stop-start the last 60 seconds of football. But every positive to the Warriors and the negatives to the Roosters. And they were looking at the fringes where they thought the Warriors were going to go. But that's not where the Warriors went. Lafayette, that's just good eyes-up football, spotting a weakness as opposed to playing pre-planned footy.
Yeah, it looked as though he spotted up Mitchell, the fullback, just in the defensive line there. He was just trying to organise his troops over on the other side of the ruck, and he just looked away for that split second. And Lafayette, he took all advantage. He dummied to the open and snuck back underneath the post and was able to slam it down. That's his first try in this Holden Cup competition. And it seemed like he was coming, though. After Abbey took that intercept, it just looked likely that the Warriors were going to score. It would be disappointing for Adam Hartigan. Their transition there, the Roosters, not what it needed to be.
Brad Abbey from right in front. No issues here. And it is 6 points to 0 after 11 minutes here at Allianz Stadium. The defending premiers normally launch their assault. The NYC about this time. They snuck into the 8 last year in a last-minute victory in the final round with a goal from the sideline over the Panthers. Went on to demolish the competition in September. 4. Tooley, if you will. Running with a big bumper bar. The enthusiasm, communication, and the confidence of the Warriors certainly risen a level or two in just the last couple of minutes following the Abbey intercept and also the try to Lafayette. Travelling across field as the big front row, almost combining there was Truly and Afoya.
10 and 22.
Up we go from the right boot of Aaron Clark. Does this come off the Roosters? No, knocked back as the call, so a second kick called. That one was off the Roosters, and we have 6 again. A second knock on from the Roosters. And Joey Skelton jumps,
Ball's away.
Joey Lussick jumps onto it, should I say, to end what was defensively a pretty messy end to the set for the Tricolours.
Yeah, it was indeed. The Warriors at the moment just look like they've got a little bit more energy in their game than what the Roosters do. Both sides have been trading sets, but the Warriors at the moment probably just winning that arm wrestle. They're starting to get a bit of field position. The Roosters in that last set of 6, their transition probably just wasn't quite up to standard, what they needed it to be. Need to work hard here.
Let's go, Jacko!
They're under all sorts of pressure.
Good initial contact. Niakore, fresh off a hat-trick against the Storm. Final seconds lost last week in New Zealand. They're looking to go back-to-back. Lafaeli close to the line, so too Afoa trying to bully his way through the Roosters line. Lafaeli had an opportunity close by, maybe ruining that he didn't go to it. Mitchell in a little bit of open space. When he winds up, it is very good to watch. But he was surrounded there, out to the 40, tried to play the ball, got the penalty, and how quickly the momentum swings.
Yeah, it certainly does, as the Roosters take a quick tap here and they've kept the attack going. But Latrell Mitchell, geez, he can move, can't he? He ate that 40 metres up in the space of 3 or 4 seconds. It was unbelievable.
Second phase footy here for the Roosters. Playing out to this near side through Ruben Porter. Porter and Lulawai on the fringes, the back rowers very good at what they do. Need that quick play the ball first, and there's a quick one from Skelton as they go back through Watson. Not played at from the Warriors. Not offside though?
Yeah, there's an argument there, Andy, wasn't there? But
yeah.
It's got to question young Connor Watson's decision there to kick it. The Warriors are up and in, and they thought they did have an opportunity, but it seemed to close down once he got closer to the line, and probably should have just held on to that one. One I think he'd like to have over again, but it just allowed the Warriors to get back on the attack as they make it out to their 40-metre line.
Now to Niakore, to the 40-metre line. Setting the tone for the middle of this set as we get to the final play. Goes through the hands of Tooley. Then up we go. Down to Charlie Taylor, who's knocked it on. The knock on before the offside. So that's what the referees have ruled. And you get the feeling that Charlie Taylor is going to cop some more of these today. Didn't leave the ground with that right leg. As a result, he was fair game.
Yeah, it was a great kick from Clark for the Warriors. A little number 7, he just put it up. The setup to the play was a little bit scrappy. It actually come through a foa, but he got a great kick away, and it was one of those ones that was just swinging in the air as it come to ground at the last minute. And when you've got the Warriors defensive line screaming at you, it's always going to be disastrous.
The Warriors, although it does swirl in Allianz Stadium, the Warriors do have a pretty handy wind up their backsides for the opening 40 minutes. It's certainly more than a breeze. This is Tooley. Lafaeli. Continue the movement. Balls come free. Sloppy execution from the Warriors on that right fringe. Aaron Clark had something planned. His teammates couldn't go with him. A penalty here for a high shot.
Let him go, let him go.
And I think it may have been Niakore. I don't think it was that man, Bunty Afoa. Or was it? Yeah, no, it was the centre. Amazing in this modern game. It certainly wouldn't have happened 30, 40 years ago as we celebrate and reminisce about Heritage Round. But you saw a centre and a front rower going into a tackle together, and the centre was 4 inches taller and probably 3 inches wider.
And penalised for a head high.
And penalised for a head high. Knock on here from the Roosters. Sloppy, sloppy stuff.
After this
Their
set,
completion
boys.
rate 7 from 11. So 7 completed sets from 11. Joey Lussick went for the pass and just took that extra couple of inches and scraped the backside of the man playing the ball. As a result, the ball came free. And the Warriors again with great chance. They may go to the far side here. No, they come near side. They had a 2-on-1 situation out of the scrum on the other side of the field and probably 25 metres to work with. Left centre here, Terrell. Samisi slow to get to his feet there. Aaron Clark bouncing off one, squirming out of a second, and is finally brought to the ground by Vincent Lulawai. Numbers here for the visitors. Tavanga changes the direction.
No. Strip.
And a strip has been called here, but Jazz very slow at his feet here. So not only a strip, I think he copped one in the mouth. Tavanga getting a little clean up here. No, just accidental contact. Certainly a strip there from Lussick, but accidental contact, chin on chest. Here go the Warriors with a fresh set. Cooley bounces out of one, reaches out and drops it before the first play. Then Lussick wears one high. Lafayette is penalised here. Hooker on hooker. First side to settle down and stick with it is going to run in some big points here.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Andy. That's tackle one there, just going for the slam down, trying to reach out, and the Roosters' hand desperately got in there.
And is allowed to, for the Warriors fans that are sitting at home in New Zealand, enjoying, hopefully, our coverage. In the process of going for a try, you are allowed to strip the ball.
Another error to the Roosters. It's where they're making their mistakes too, Andy, at the moment.
Yeah.
It's putting the pressure on themselves. It's all inside their own half. Field possession is all with the Warriors at the moment.
Back-to-back losses to the Raiders and the Storm. The Warriors looking to get back to their winning ways. Lafayette out of dummy half, goes to Clark, a little wider to Abbey. Steps one, beats one, steps another. He scores. That is super stuff from Brad Abbey. Super footy. Did it all himself. And just gave you a look at why the raps on this young fella are so high.
Yeah, they had numbers on the outside there, and the Roosters, Tuivasa-Sheck, the winger there, come up and in. Sort of forced him to run, really, didn't he? Abbey, I think his first thought was, I've got to get the ball to the outside, but the Roosters up and in defence snuffed it out, forced him to run, and the Roosters' defence just back on the inside was just a little bit lazy. Framed a kick, come off the right foot, and again. And then from there, Abbey, we've all seen what he can do. Great fend there, and beat two defenders to get over the line.
Nathan, as a former ball player, you will really appreciate the work Aaron Clark does here in 7. Straightens the attack, and look at the defenders. It just stops them. It really stopped him, and it allowed an opportunity for Abbey on his outside. So while Brad did fabulous work, Aaron on the inside, probably the unsung hero on there, just with that little sidestep.
You're exactly right, Andy, because that's where the space was. The Roosters outside men, they were up and in, but it was Clark that actually squared up those inside defenders and just made them hold just for a fraction, and that's all that Abbey needed. Just created a little bit of space for him, and then he's just too good from there.
He's pushed it. Didn't come off well, and he knows it. It is 10-0 to the Warriors. Just over a quarter way through the game. Both sides, both clubs, regular fixtures in NYC finals football over the last couple of years.
Behind your kick.
I actually think a Warriors victory here today, probably, and I know mathematically anything can happen and we can toss up a million cliches for you, Well, I think the Warriors' victory here this afternoon probably will ensure that they will definitely play finals footy. Make things nervous for the Roosters, sitting in 7th.
Certainly would, and I think all the coaches in the NYC will be looking over their shoulders come semi-finals time, hoping that they don't meet this Warriors outfit, because we all know what they can do. As you mentioned earlier, Andy Hayden spot last year, and we're able to go on and get it done as we see a break here by the Warriors.
Susamia steps, accelerates, and scores. Lewis Susamia, a beauty here for the Warriors.
Wow, the Warriors have gone back-to-back in quick time. You want to be able to complete your sets after points and get back down the other end, but who would have thought this would have been the case? It was your man Clark again. Lovely work from the halfback, just isolating some Roosters defenders. One-on-one, Susamia was just too good from there. And doesn't he have some speed? That was a lovely little swerve that he put on Mitchell.
He's a footballer, this kid on the wing, Susamia, but look at the change of pace when he's turning and stepping. Just beautiful, beautifully balanced athlete.
Just backed himself too, didn't he? And you love seeing that from the young kids in the NYC. There's a lot of talent on show here today, but that was a sensational effort. Once he broke the original tackle, he just had eyes for the try line.
Brad Abbey with what should be a gimme. This is more like it, Warriors fans, isn't it? This is what you expect. Easy kick for Brad Abbey as Kelvin Wright looks on. Spoke to both he and Adam Hardigan early. Two very good young football minds, two very good fellas too. It's one positive and one constant across the family in rugby league. You do bump into a couple from time to time that you're quite happy to turn your back on and walk away from, but...
Any names, Andy?
No, don't start me. Most of them, like these two, very good fellas, and you'd happily sit at the end of the bar and have a chat with them. Can the Roosters stop the momentum here of the visitors? They're going to have to produce something very different to what they have tossed up for the last 10 or so minutes. They've turned over far too much football, and as a result, Warriors have enjoyed now just over 60% of the footy in 25 minutes. And with that much talent, they're numbers that are going to win the Warriors majority of games. Oh, Latrell Mitchell, and doesn't he know it? Beautifully positioned kick from Abbey, and he asked the question. Mitchell, filthy at himself.
That was a lovely kick, wasn't it, from Brad Abbey?
Yeah.
Pinpoint stuff. But I just don't know what Mitchell was doing there. I can only say just his spatial awareness. He just thought he was in the in-goal. That's the only thing I can think of.
What
there.
about the looks behind Latrell Mitchell? Buddy, what the hell are you doing?
More pressure coming here on the Chooks.
Looking for number 4 for the afternoon. Warriors come right through Terrell. And on his outside, Susamia. Larky to Clark. A little halfback who is actually not so little. Engages in a test of strength close to the line with a couple of Roosters far bigger than he. Zonioni. Collier stopped. Also a metre short. Wide ball to Abbey. And continue the movement to Ogden. Ofahiki gets the ball back. Picked up by Beattie. Beattie on for Lafaeli. 15 metres out now. They've gone backwards the last couple. There's some muscle again from the very physical Warriors, and that'll be pleasing to coach Kelvin Wright. Loves play here, and it's commentator's curse. I was just about to say points.
Wow. They had him on toast again, did the Warriors. Susamir, we just saw him score a lovely individual try, but that one, he's let one go begging there. It was a fantastic pass from the inside. Got Tyrrell on the outside of his man.
Look at, speaking of muscle, look at that from Tooley. That was just, come here, you, and I'm going to dominate you. And his teammates are following here. Good stuff from Tyrrell again. The physicality of the Warriors. The Roosters just cannot match it. And Momirovski there with the knock on. They're just offering the Warriors the try line.
Yeah, they're definitely playing like a side that's lost 3 in a row, aren't they?
And it comes off the front rowers for the Warriors. Paul Tooley, Bunty Afoa.
Actually, it's a good
the
point.
Big 8 and the Big 10s. They're ready to pack the scrum. As we look at the completion rate, 68% is probably not a pass mark, to be honest. 53% is bordering woeful, unfortunately, for the Roosters. They're a better footy side than this. Let's hope we see it over the course of the next 50-odd minutes. Markey. Tafanga, who goes one-on-one with Ryan King, an SG Ball Rooster on debut in the NYC today. So we wish you the very best, Ryan King and the King family, on what is no doubt a very big day for the young fella. Ogden has a look around, sees a 4. Just off his left hip, couldn't get the ball free. The 2 front rowers bypassed here as the Warriors come left through Aaron Clark, but that was a no-go zone. The Roosters' defence held strong. They've held for the set. Can they hold for the last here? And not surprisingly, Abbey goes back to that left wing for the Roosters. A beautiful take. Johnny Tuivasa-Sheck on that left side was really tested and did extremely well. This is Mitchell. Tuivasa-Sheck back into dummy half, and the slow play the ball there really gave an advantage to the Warriors' defensive line in resetting. Here go the Roosters through the middle. Hetherington looks to his left-hand side, finds Connor Watson, stops, keeps going, and is denied. Into touch, a metre out. Just a look at what the Roosters can do. Good stuff from Hetherington. Good show of speed and strength here from Watson. Didn't change hands with the ball, so was unable to use the fend. Went out and got caught short. Brad Abbey defensively superb there.
Yeah, he did well, didn't he? He's a fullback by trade. He's in the 5'8" position over the last few weeks for the Warriors, but that was really against the run of play. The Warriors have been really muscling up with their defensive line. They've forced a few Roosters errors down the other end of the field. They just got a little bit lazy through the middle there. Hetherington just went through far too easy, untouched almost. And Watson loomed up. The Warriors survived.
Smart work here for the visitors, and they haven't done a lot of it in this opening half hour. I was talking in terms of working it out from their backfield. But they've undone their good work over the last couple of minutes with a loose ball here.
We have a captain's challenge on the decision of lost.
Captain's challenge from the Warriors on the decision of lost.
Wow.
That's a challenge that they've wasted.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of wishful thinking there from Tyrrell. Maybe just to buy the Warriors big men a little bit of time. They have been very energetic in their defensive line. Just gives them another moment, perhaps, to suck in the big ones before the Roosters launch an attack on their line. I can't see that one being overturned.
Video referee is the very experienced Ben Cummins. Nichols there in the tackle, but didn't play a part. For mine, anyway.
Thanks, Benny. Time on, decision stands. Warriors, you have no more challenges this half.
That's the question mark in the captain's challenge theory. But
Head the outside, mate. That's it. Heading lock.
you use them if they're there. You get one successful, one a half. And as 8 minutes only remains in this first half, why not use it there? Here is Mitchell getting inside the 10-metre zone. The young Warriors now tested defensively because this is the Roosters' first real crack at points. Sukamanu Raki. Raki tries to edge just a little closer. One of the Warriors up there extremely quickly. Had to be offside as Connor Watson brushes one, as then taken by 3. Grant Garvey on the field in 14. Plays short side out of dummy half. 7 minutes remain in the half. 3 tries to nil, 16 points to nil. Watson, Nichols, Porter. One out stuff around the football from the home side. Last tackle here, a gain of just 10 metres. Garvey. Left-footed through. It was well taken by Abbey, who then may have worn one from the first contact that actually slipped off.
He's just got a bit of a knock there as we see the Warriors first grade side just arriving at the ground. They would have been excited to see their young counterparts holding on there, but Abbey will just cop the knee, didn't he?
Yeah, just a knee or a thigh of Grant Garvey.
How about his instincts to read that kick, though,
Yeah,
Abbey? He's,
beautiful.
As we mentioned, he is a lot of experience at fullback, but you know, he just saw that coming and put his body on the line for his team.
Taking his time here, 16 points to nil. Why not?
Yeah.
A real positive out of the possession swing that we saw probably after 10 minutes when the Roosters started dropping the ball is the change of interchange theory from Kelvin Wright, the Warriors coach. He's hardly had to go to his bench, and his 2 big men and his 2 powers in the centre, Afoa and Tuli, both still on the field.
That could be a real big factor in the second half, can't it?
You don't see it often 34 minutes into a game. The front row is going hard. Playing out to this near side. Oni. From Beatty to the centre of the field. Tavanga met with a good solid contact there from the Roosters. Brady Abbey's being taken from the field in back play here, so that's a blow for the visitors. I couldn't see, Nathan, maybe you did, was it a head knock that the trainer was ruling? It might well be.
Yeah, he looks a bit wobbly on his feet there. I think it was just from that knock that he took when he was covering the kick. But he has been taken from the field. They'll do an assessment to see how he is, to see if he can return later. But big blow for the Warriors. He's been sensational in this first half.
Centre of the field. Shakai Mitchell, brother of fullback Latrell. Big unit he is. There's Latrell. Back to Connor Watson. Knock on here from the Warriors. So the ball went to ground, but the Roosters couldn't be faulted for it, and they will get an extra shot here. And if they were to score in this next 4.5 odd minutes, they're back in the game, and it would probably not give you an accurate indication of just how dominant the Warriors have been.
Yeah, definitely. But there was an opportunity there for the Roosters. It was that man there, Watson, trying to get the pass to his outside man, Tuivasa-Sheck. And also Manu, who's been relatively quiet for the Roosters this afternoon. He's scored 18 tries this year, 21 line breaks, and he hasn't seen much football at all.
18 tries, I think, second in the competition so far. more than one a game when you factor in buys.
Right side, centre. Come on, mate. Get a step with us.
Yeah, but if they can get points here, Andy, as you said, it'll give them a lot of confidence.
It'd be huge. Here come the Roosters, trailing by 16. Not long till dressing room time. Centre field, 18 metres out. Nichols playing it to the right-hand side. Manu. Turned around by some clever defensive work there by firstly Aaron Clark, but also Kolionioni. Garvey to Mitchell. Tries to shrug off one. Couldn't shrug off the second in a four. Garvey. Oh, looking out to his right. Took the ball himself. Ran into a wall. Taylor. Momirovski and Manu on this right-hand side. Looking to break through, but they can't. Opportunity over the line.
That's all right. Hey, that's all right.
Didn't score, but they get a penalty here. 3.5 to go before half-time.
Now the Warriors just starting to look tired. They're a little out on their feet there, the big men. A lot of them haunched over their knees. They need to hang on here. The Roosters will be trying to get over the line. See what they can come up with. I think that left side for the Roosters is the most likely.
Ruben Porter taken to the ground, 10 metres out. Long ball from Momirovski to Nichols. Getting on to Raki. Sukamanu. Right in front of the posts, just on 10 metres out. Garvey and Nichols playing it well, and the Roosters score. They do so through Ryan King on debut. 16-4 kick to come. And there is no way, considering the dominance of the Warriors, that the scoreline should look anything like this. The Roosters will be high on enthusiasm moving into half-time.
Yeah, momentum's a funny thing in our game of rugby league, and the Roosters have had all of it the last 5 minutes. Nichols, very clever there, going to the line. I thought it was going to be Watson and also Mitchell. They were positioned down that left-hand edge as well. But the ball come from Nichols. He went to the line and had Ryan King on debut, running a lovely line. Just against the grain, the Warriors' defence just couldn't get numbers across there in time. They set it up quite nicely, actually. They come from this side of the field, went to the left-hand side post, which just stripped the Warriors of numbers. And as we said, they've had to do a bit of defensive work over the last few minutes. The big boys are just starting to get too tired, weren't able to adjust.
Momirovski, wearing 6, playing centre, taking goal kicking today. Joey Lussick kicked just 1 from 7 last week against the Panthers. He's been benched. Momirovski starts well, but in fairness to young Joey Lussick, a heap of those tries were scored out nice and wide last week, making it very difficult for the goal kicker. Well done to that young man in Ryan King. Great way to start your NYC career with a try. We keep referring to them as kids, and we just shouldn't when you look at the size of them. when we say kids, we're talking about age only. They are monsters, aren't they? And we restart play. Warriors taking their time. They're just minimising the time that the Roosters get with the football before the break. Raki, that was powerful. Great stuff from the home side. Travelling across field here is Watson. This next one should be the final play of the half. And the Roosters knew that. It's on here. A wayward kick. The first kick was a beauty. The second one a shocker as the siren sounds. 4 tries in a physical but entertaining. Opening 40 minutes. here at Allianz Stadium. The Roosters came into the round in 7th, the Warriors 5th, and at halftime it is 3 tries to 1. The Warriors 16 lead the Roosters 6. After the break, all the highlights from the first half. For half, the Warriors dominated right here on NRL Sunday.